Hello there and welcome to the French Grand Prix. We will be running a one-stopper here, medium to hard, and we'll be running our drivers at aggressive for the first stint, standard for the second one, and in general, things are looking good. Decent car setups, everything's okay. So we'll just get started here, really. Again,
And
tactic.
here we go with the French Grand Prix. And it's lights out and
Tactic
away
is
we
basically
go.
the same as it's always been. Really good start there from Piastri and well, again, a little bit more and then lost it again. So, looked pretty good. But what I was going to say, tactics is going to be the same as ever. Gain a gap, put our drivers down to neutral, and run, I guess, balanced on the fuel. And we'll see where we stand in a couple of laps' time. Currently, we do have the considerable gap, and it's growing, so we're looking really, really good, all things considered.
It's a stonking lap.
With that, we'll just, again, allow our drivers to do shenanigans. I believe someone did something. Russell is at the back of the grid.
Let's see
locked
what
up.
happened there. Now let's look at this. Here's George Russell. That
Oh.
lock-up could have cost them dearly.
That's a bit glitchy, sadly.
And
He
that
shouldn't,
was a bitter blow.
he should not be at the back of the grid. Let's just put it like that. From that lockup. A warning probably for exceeding track limits, but yeah, that would be basically the end of it, if even that. Now, in terms of fuel usage, the driver in front is using a lot more than the driver in the back, and Piastri is actually kind of getting left behind here. So let's put Doohan on conserve and see if Piastri is capable of getting the overtake done, so that we can invert the cars, get a little bit of fuel saving for Doohan, and a little bit more fuel usage for Piastri. And Doohan has already re-overtaken him, so this track might suit him better. And as I say so, there's another overtake, so this is kind of what we'd like to see. Both our drivers overtaking each other constantly for, again, development points, basically. So it's looking really good. In terms of third and fourth, we have both the Ferraris. Going a second behind, then comes Gasly, which is a bit of a surprise. Alpine up in fifth. Verstappen, Ocon, and Leclerc there. Did some shenanigans, got pushed down to 10.
Wide. Let's take a look at the
now.
replay. Watch this. There's Leclerc. Oh dear, dear, dear. That's...
Okay, I guess that is to join safely, but it could have drawn full. I guess the reason why the car stopped Piastri with a spin, still good. We are going to slow Doohan down here a bit though, just so Piastri can catch up, because there's still more than half the race left.
Did somebody spin out there? Here's the replay. Now we see the Williams here. They lose it there.
Yeah. The reason I expect the cars to just stand still on the sidelines there when they, run wide, spin, or whatever, and not just instantly join, I would assume is due to them not having properly added yet the secondary or tertiary driving lines, where a driver can safely rejoin while not, driving into another car. So, bit of work on the simulation, really, but again, it still looks pretty good. Let's get Piastri in this lap of the hard. And we'll get Doohan in on the next lap. With that, we should be good. So again, I assume it's just that it hasn't been added yet, but it seems to be something that could be, of course, alleviated. Piastri just barely ahead there of Ocon. Can Doohan keep in front as well? Looks like he will be good, and he almost has a second down to Piastri there. So, yeah, things are looking pretty good, all things considered. Both pit stops done. Now we just need to maintain until the end of the race and potentially save some fuel. 5 seconds down to third. As you can see, most of the grid behind us all started on the hard. So they're all going to have to pit before the end of this race. So this gap is going to get bigger, but Ocon and Gasly being this high up is kind of surprise, but again, it's due to a lot of people not having pitted yet. Science is at the top of the people who have pitted, and if the rest of the field pits now, Science would probably not be able to get all the way up to the top, but he would get close. So we'll have to see here. Where is Science? He actually got to the top here by 3 seconds. Pit stops took a bit longer than I expected, so Science on a very good strategy, pit stop wise, to get an advantage here, but it'll depend on him holding off the new medium runners basically. So we'll have to see about that.
We are happy with fuel.
Fuel range is low, so I'm thinking we go conserve for pastry. And some like to call piastri, and
I think we've had a car run
we might
wide.
go low here for Dew and 2.
We can take a look now.
Science
Let's have another
had a
look.
good race,
Science
and
is the
then
focus
he
here. And this, yes, there, that's the lockup.
he locked up, ran wide, and just parked his car, sadly. It's sad in all honesty, but again, that's just racing sometimes. Sometimes your car will just lock up or spin or generally not be your friend. That's probably the best way I can put it. So we're gonna switch these around, conserving for
Looks
doing.
like there's been a lockup.
Balance for Piastri. Again, just managing fuel here to the end. The drivers should be the tires should be okay by good margin here. So we're good on that one. 50 seconds now to Ocon in third, Leclerc fourth, Verstappen fifth. But both the McLarens are again having a very good race for them. Piastri ran wide again, loses a bit of time. It's not a lot left in this race, so
That
what we are
sounds
going
like
to do
someone's gone wide there.
is just allow it to run to the end at this point. So we need to save some fuel. And I think we're good here. 9 laps to go. Piastri is still gaining even with the same settings I'm doing. So could have a fight here towards the end. He even has slightly worse tires. So could be interesting for sure. It'll depend on, I guess, Show if he messes up their fight here or not. But I'll have to see how this goes. 5 laps to go.
I think there's been a lockup.
Now, here's something we cannot tolerate. Magnussen is currently the holder of fastest lap on softs. So, we're gonna basically do a charge lap now for both of our drivers. And we're gonna be aiming for getting back that fastest lap. Let's just stick with Harvest until we are around here. Deploy, attack. Should be okay with going push here. It's just 1 lap remaining. So, I think we will be okay. If not, we might have to tune down the fuel, but I think 3 kilos should be enough to get through this lap. Maybe not for... Should be okay for Piastri too. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Just made it. Piastri the winner, doing in second, and I believe we stole fastest lap there from Magnussen as well. Let's see here. Norris McLaren 5-6, Gas in 7th. Gasly had a good race, and he actually managed to convert it into some points. That's good to see. Ocon in 3rd. I think that might be his first podium this season. I'm a bit unsure. But in general, again, a very bad race for the Red Bulls. So they're really, really falling off. Both Alpines in the points. Sainz making somewhat of a recovery here, up into 8th. So again, a decent race for all involved. Piastri is now 4 points behind. That's looking good. Let's have a quick look here at Ocon. Yeah, that was his first podium. And constructors-wise, we, again, gain a big leap. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed.